Baby Bus!
Crime lies hidden in the puzzle, and the truth emerges through reasoning. Detective Stories of Inspector Chimp.
Meeting the Mad Scientist. 1. Part 1.
Where are we?
Rollie Wee woke up and opened his eyes, still in a daze. He was in an unfamiliar room. Hearing someone snoring, he turned around and looked. Hey, was that Inspector Chimp? The tall, dashing monkey was covering himself with his windbreaker, pulling it snugly around him. He lay on the floor near Rollie, sound asleep.
Inspector Chimp! Wake up! Wake up! Inspector Chimp! Wake up!
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Inspector Chimp!
Rollie!
Inspector Chimp woke up and scrambled away from Rollie. He put on his windbreaker and pulled it tightly around himself.
What are you doing in my room?
His long tail wound tightly around his body, too.
It's not your room. Look around you.
Inspector Chimp loosened his grip on his windbreaker and let his tail relax. He looked around more carefully. It was a spacious room with a small TV hanging in one corner. A few buckets sat below the TV, but there was nothing else in the room.
This is strange. I was sleeping in my own room. I remember that clearly. How did I end up in this room then?
Inspector Chimp stared at the ground, lips pursed. He was absorbed in his own thoughts. Rollie couldn't stay still. He stood up and walked to the corner where the TV screen was mounted on the wall. He looked into the buckets below the screen. The TV suddenly turned on all by itself. Startled, Rollie rushed over and huddled behind Inspector Chimp.
Hello! Can you hear me? How are you, Inspector Charles Chimp? And, your little friend.
My name is Rollie Wee, and I'm not little.
Yes, of course, Rollie Wee, and a wee little chick is he.
I'm not.
Let's hear him out, Rollie.
Yes, Charlie, that's right. You and Rollo should hear what I have to say.
Well, my name is Charles Chimp, not Charlie, and he's Rollie. But yes, we do want to know what you have to say. Please go on.
A figure appeared on the screen, grinning at them. Inspector Chimp and Rollie were so surprised by his appearance that they momentarily forgot their irritation. It was a bear, but only half a bear. The other half of his body was mechanical.
By the way, who are you?
The most knowledgeable scientist in the world, an absolute genius, and a most tasteful villain. I'm the mad scientist, Ron Barrington! Ta-da!
The bear on the screen tilted his chin proudly and waited for applause.
Applause, please.
After a long pause, he still didn't hear anything. He narrowly opened one eye and peeped at Inspector Chimp and Rollie. They did not seem to be in any mood to applaud.
Let's get back to business. Chuck, don't you always say you're the embodiment of justice and the guardian of the peace in Sylvan City?
I assume you mean me, but my name is not Chuck, it's Charles Chimp. But you really should address me as Inspector Chimp, out of respect for my office.
Oh, yes. Why, of course. Master Inspector, my good sir.